No
Yeah.
stress.
So we'll have a full house.
Yeah, nice. All right, easy. That's a cool effect.
Disappear.
Yeah. Sweet. I guess let's get into it, eh? So we have actually, because there's so many of you, do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sweet. Bull, lead guitarist, lead singer of Thraxas. Bull.
I'm Alex, also the lead guitarist.
Bull, I play bass. Dan, I play bass.
Isaac, I play drums.
So easy. All right, cool. Thanks for joining us. So back in 2011, how'd Thraxas start? How'd you guys all get together?
Well, it's kind of a funny story. It was pretty much me and a couple of other people, and you know, we did a few things, did a few gigs and stuff like that, and a lot of people fell out, sort of thing, and then pretty much come down to me being the only original again after all of that, and then oh god, probably like 5-6 years ago, I met up with Isaac, and it was actually a recommendation of our previous singer, because I never used to sing, and then I sort of took it up when we revitalized everything, and yeah, he introduced me to Isaac, and then pretty much the rest is history, man. We met up with Isaac when, you know, we work really well together, like let's kind of pull our resources together, and then, you know, we ended up getting Alex and we got Dan, and this has been the most solid, perfect lineup for all of us, and yeah, man, kind of like riding the wave, I suppose.
No, that's good. That's cool. So you're sort of, sorry, mate, what was that?
No, I just said it's been a good journey.
Yeah, nice. That's cool. So you're sort of within like vicinity of each other for jamming and that kind of thing?
Yeah, we're pretty local to each other. I think, you know, not too far out or anything like that. So it has really helped out, especially, you know, finding musicians down our neck of the woods is, yeah, pretty hard, and let alone finding capable ones and people with drive and passion is, you know, another thing altogether.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
cool.
It also helps having studios sort of relatively close by to all of us as well. So instead of all of us having to drive all the way out somewhere, we just sort of all meet in the middle sort of thing. So it works out well. Yeah,
beautiful. That's cool. So when you Google Thraxas, it comes up with this like fantasy novel. Is it based on that, or has it come from somewhere else?
So the actual funny part of that is I actually found that book, oh god, when I was in year 5. So many years ago now. This is probably going back far out. You know, 12, 13 years ago. I remember finding the book, and I really loved the name, and I really loved what it was about. And I actually managed to email the author in Glasgow, Scotland, and you know, I never expected a reply back or nothing like that. You know, I said it to him. I was like, man, I really love the name. I'd really love to use it for a band. Like, you know, I know you can't grant rights or anything like that, blah, 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 blah. But he's like, look, man, I never expected a reply or nothing like that. And he straight up said, look, man, I'd really love for you to, you know, use it for your band and things like that. I'm super happy with that. And so, man, ever since then, it's, yeah, been our staple, man. Been the name ever since.
Yeah, sick. That's cool. So you had a, you know, demo and a single, and now later, November 1st, they got the EP coming out. Is that right? Planetary Terrorism.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. So how's the writing process? Like, how do you guys, you know, put songs together?
Well, we pretty much just bounce all the riffs off between each other. You know, like you know, we'll come up with a part, or Alex will come up with a part, or Dan will come up with a part, and then we'll kind of just string it along, send it to Isaac, see what he wants to do with it, where he feels things work, and you know, pretty much like that, just bouncing between each other. You know, even there's been some parts where I've come in and I've been like, Isaac, I really would like a you know, drum fill to sort of start this off. This is what I'm thinking for this, and you know, a day later he'll end up sending me something, and you know, we'll go from there pretty much. So
that's kind of good. It's evolving in a way too. Like having Guitar Pro as our main source, and sort of, yeah, like Bull will write a riff or something, then send it to the chat, and then we'll all have a gaze and come up with another way to incorporate something, and yeah, it just sort of meshes from there.
Yeah, cool. Has that sort of always worked like that, like since you got together?
It's kind of interesting in the fact that like a lot of us never use Guitar Pro and things like that. So we'd always go back to the old school like handwritten guitar tablature on pieces of paper, and like as with everything, it gets lost in translation, and it's terrible. You write on a piece of paper and you muck the part up, and then you're giving it to a guitarist, and they're mucking the part up, and then you're coming in being like, "Hey, you're playing the part wrong," and you're like, "Wait a second, I tabbed it like that, genius," right? So it's really helped now, like with Guitar Pro and things like that. Like we just able to bounce it off each other, as well as like a lot of things that we play and do. Like I don't really sit down and like figure out time signatures. Like we play a riff or something and we go, this works, like and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, that's 5/4 or that's 4/4. But with like Guitar Pro and sending it to each other, we're able to sort of like sit down and really like pick apart the notes like in between and things like that, and really get a hold on all of it.
Yeah, it's helping a lot. And like Bull said, from being 100% self-taught myself, so I'm not savvy at all notation and the actual like writing and music and all that. So having the tabs in front of me and learning Guitar Pro is helping me sort of write parts better to what I normally it'd be like Bull or they'd go, oh, we've got a riff or we've got this song, how do you think? And I'd just have to listen to it, play it to actually put the drums to it. But now I find I'm able to be a bit more creative with having the song in front of me and working out what really fits for what certain part and stuff. It's helping evolve the songs to a different sort of level.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, that's cool. So the cover art kind of looks like something out of Heavy Metal magazine. They are, the old astronaut doing the explosion thing there.
Yep.
How'd that come up? Was that like a band chat? What's the concept? That sort of thing, or something else?
Yeah, we pretty much.
Oh.
No. Go ahead, Alex.
Dan kind of came up with that idea. He actually drew it, I think, on a piece of toilet paper or something originally, and he's like, "This is sort of what we do."
The napkin.
Yeah, and then finding artists was like another thing. Trying to find someone to do like something thrashy, and what we wanted was also hard. So we ended up going with Thrash Wolf, and he sort of put it together for us in a month's time or so. But yeah, it was pretty much Dan came up with the original idea, and it was a hard one because like that particular EP has so much going on in it as well. So we took us a little while to even name it, let alone come up with the artwork.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So with the name, is that like does that come from the thematically with the lyrics or something? Or is it tied in that way at all?
Yeah, it sort of does in the way that like, I don't know, it's like pretty much planet is going down, and we are like, in a sense, we are our own terrorists in the fact that we just pretty much do everything to destroy this planet. You know what I mean? And like, I like to think of it as terrorism as a broad word, as in, you think of terrorism, you think of people in the Middle East, but it's really, people just blowing shit up, destroying shit for their own, gain and things like that. It doesn't even have to be targeted for political or like religious reasons and things like that. It's pretty much just like an insight into the way we destroy our own planet through the things that we do, where we are our own terrorists in a sense, where it doesn't have to be bombing and killing people and things like that, but like the things we do within the environment and things like that, is pretty much us. We're all terrorists in a sense that we're just destroying this planet with nothing to give back.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So a bit of a sidestep. I'd be keen to hear what you're all listening to. So who wants to go first? What's on the playlist at the moment? Yeah.
All right. This is going to cop a lot of flack for everyone, and I apologize. But outside of metal, I pretty much listen to like a lot of rap sort of stuff. I really like the lyrical, like the lyricism within it. It also gives me a mad charge within watching how other people do certain things outside of genres. But to be 100% with you in the whole metal thing, I've literally been listening to nothing but Damage Plan and Pantera. So it would be the biggest things that we listen to is, I listen to Damage Plan, Pantera, Lamb of God, Machine Head. They're always within the rotation, and all the old school 80s thrash. So you got, the first 4 Metallica albums, anything Megadeth, anything Slayer, Sepultura first album, man, cannot go wrong there. So pretty much that is heavily in the rotation always.
Cool. Yeah, I've been listening to the new Megadeth actually. It's pretty killer. Right.
Oh, dude, that's actually, I give them credit for being like that old, and they're still getting up playing those hard hitting heavy songs, and Dave's still got it, man. After all the battles he's been through, like that's a testament unto itself.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. Does anyone else want to tell us what you've been hearing?
Yeah.
Oh, you go first.
Drum wise, a lot of influences are Chris Adler with Lamb of God. Now he's moved on, so there's Art Cruz. I've been getting into a lot of his drum writing, but I've been also getting into a lot of Sebastian Lannister. I think that's how you pronounce it. From Obscura and a few other little pieces. Just how clean and intricate he writes his parts. Dan Preslin. More drummers for me rather than musical genres or whatnot, because I don't know, I find a lot of drummers doing, like, especially playthroughs on YouTube, various genres, whether it be jazz incorporating with metal or whatever. So I'm just following sort of the drumming world, and wherever that takes me, I'll just listen to whatever's banging.
Yeah, fair enough, man. That's cool.
Yeah, I'll go next. I'm pretty boring. I'm pretty monogamous. I've been listening to a band there out of Europe. They're called The Ocean, or The Ocean Collective. So I've been listening to them for a long time, and I'm probably just going to keep listening to them for ages. But no, they just got some heavy riffs going on, some really interesting use of time signatures, which just really tickles my fancy, I guess. Outside of that, I mean, whatever comes up on YouTube when I open it up in the morning and I start the music playing, that's where it goes. So, yeah, as I say, I'm pretty monogamous with my listening, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Currently I'm like heaps into death metal at the moment, so I'm listening to like Nile, Seance, Cryptopsy, all those sorts of guys at the moment. But like my roots stem from a lot of prog, so I'm heavily into Dream Theater and Opeth. John Petrucci is one of my favorite guitarists ever. So yeah, a lot of my influence comes from that, as well as thrash metals. But I've got, I guess, very diverse playlist, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing. Yeah, that's cool. So Thraxas is coming over to WA pretty shortly. I'll put the links below, so everyone come along. I'll certainly be there. What's your touring experience before now? Like, have you made it outside of the state before?
We've made it to Victoria and Queensland so far. So WA we're pretty excited about. Yeah, I think our plan is to sort of go Australia-wide, New Zealand, and then sort of get to Japan, US, and that sort of thing.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty excited.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And with the EP, is this like a digital release, or is it going to be a physical copy as well?
We will have physical copies with us as well. So if you want to buy one at the show.
Yeah.
I do have a digital release of Planetary Terrorism.
The EP's actually been released. It's released at the moment.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's November last year, wasn't it?
Oh, there you go. That explains it. Gotcha. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, cool. So what's the plan for the future then? You got any other recordings you're working on or anything like that?
Yeah, pretty much looking at, at the moment we're in the stage of writing stuff and things like that. And, we're coming along together with a bunch of brutal stuff. I'd like to say we'd be releasing a single sometime in the future, and then looking at doing a debut album as well.
Oh, cool.
But really, it's just whatever clicks into place, man. Like, same as touring. Like, we'll, my motto is I'll play anywhere and, pretty much any time, be it in a toilet or anything like that. I don't really care. So we've played a lot of those gigs before and things like that. So we're really up for anything to bring it out to, the masses and things like that. And yeah.
Excellent. Cool. All right. Well, look, thanks heaps for your time. And I look forward to meeting you all in WA in the near future, man. It's going to be fun.
No, awesome, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Thanks for having us.
Sweet. Have a good one, eh?
Cheers.
Take it easy, bro.